Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, B-Fam Podcast. And welcome back to another episode. And as always, thank you for giving me your time. Today I'm here with
Feben
and tell us a little bit about yourself, Feben.
I also attend USC. I'm a junior and I'm studying business. And I do hair on the side. Love to work out. Very competitive. Love sports. That's just a little overview. That's pretty much it. Some slight.
Talking to the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm talking to the mic.
But today we want to talk about college life, how values are different, and keeping our values in check, and recognizing that we're all at different points in our life. So how do you feel about it?
I would say coming up into college, I don't think I ever had my values tested as much, because I lived in a very sheltered environment. Like, my parents mostly had control over, where I was going, who I was hanging out with. There wasn't a lot that I had the freedom over, except for, certain things I was interested in, but even that was monitored. So, coming into college, I feel like a lot of people was doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Can I cuss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Was doing, whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And then when I came here, I feel like without, my family holding me down in certain aspects of life, it was easy to slip, in terms of, staying on top of my school, getting to bed on time, waking up early, even working out at first. I was just damn, there's so much other shit I could be doing,
yeah,
and making time for stuff that I used to always make time for was mad hard. And then seeing people around me not value the same values I have,
yeah,
it's really easy to just be is it that important or is it that crucial? Because they doing fine.
Yeah, they doing fine without it, and it's what should I do? Because it's we become intertwined in the environment that we're around most. So it's the people I'm around most, if they not doing what I'm doing, I start to question myself to see oh, is what I'm doing actually important? But they not doing it, so do I have to do it? Is this adding any benefit to my life really? Because they doing it, but it seems like they're in the same position that I'm in.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things we don't look at is we don't see everybody's hardships and all their battles. So we'll be looking at them and everything may seem fine on the surface, but really they going through hell, behind closed doors. And we'll never see that part of anybody because it's everybody does such a good job at sheltering it and keeping it locked up. And nobody is really vulnerable with anybody else anymore. It's almost like a competition to who can act the best and who can put the best
foot forward.
Yeah, who can show off their life the best, only the good parts. Nobody ever really dramatize the low lights of their lives.
Yeah, I agree. College, I feel like I didn't really understand how. I really hope this is the lowest point in my life. I hope it only elevates from here, really, because college has been such a big testing point for me, personally. And, seeing my friends around me, go through certain stuff and, learning from them, maybe not even experiencing it myself, but seeing them go through stuff and, all the negative things that be happening in people's lives, people really repress a lot of their emotions and, really don't talk about what the fuck going on. And then it be showing in other aspects. Even me, when I get mad, I really try not to take out that anger in that moment. I try to stay calm and cool, but then I'll be irritated the rest of the day. Someone could do some small thing and I'm just damn, you on my body right now. You want to getting mad, pissed, mad easily, just because I didn't express that emotion in the first place. And I feel like a lot of people, at least a lot of Black people, because that's the people we mostly surround ourselves with, they don't really express their emotions to the fullest extent because you're always told to you just gotta keep it pushing.
Gotta be a man.
You gotta, be a man.
Strong.
You gotta be strong. You gotta be a strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
You gotta be people's gonna be testing you, get under your skin, this, that, and the third.
All the
and you just gotta
against you.
And it's damn, nigga, I'm tired. I can't have one day where I'm fuck, this is too much for me. I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm trying to just chill. I don't see other people around me going through the same shit. And I always have to do this. You always have to keep it. You always have to keep it P. You always have to be okay in whatever environment you're in. But then the second you tweak about it, the second you have something to say about it, it's everyone's well, this is how it is. This is how it's supposed to be. No. We start normalizing behavior like that. And it's that shit never gonna change then. it's too much, like, especially
like,
in college.
Yeah, it's like we get expressing what's going on with us mixed up with complaining.
Yeah.
And it's the worst thing ever because I feel like
so true.
As soon as I start talking about something, I'm like, dang, it's not
it's not that deep.
It ain't really that deep. Like,
yeah.
once it comes out of my mouth, I'll be like, dang, well, maybe it's not that deep because nobody else feel it the way I'm feeling it. So maybe since they don't feel the same way I feel about it or deeply as I feel about it, maybe it's not that big. Maybe it's not that serious. But once we begin to keep suppressing ourselves like that and like that, we start to lose, like, dang, what do I want to say? We start to lose, like, the how serious the volatility or something. Like, for
like
me,
the significance of it.
Yeah, like for me, I don't really know how to process death now. Like the grieving process.
Yeah,
it's so hard because so many people in my life have passed away. So I get that construed with, okay, so how serious is this one versus how serious another one is? And then I'll get down on myself for not feeling that grieving process because I'm like, dang, I really did love this person when they was here, but
like,
now that
why don't I feel this type of way? Like, why am I not, like, feeling, like, OD sad,
bawling
OD,
my
like,
eyes out?
Like, it's like, that's where you start controlling your emotions and you try to, like, make your emotions logical when they're not. Like, you're supposed to feel how you feel instead of thinking about how you feel, like, and controlling that. Like, even with me, like, I'd be like, damn, I should feel really sad about this. I should feel this type of way about this person, but I just don't. And that's just from you, like, you're used to, like, numbing your emotions, pushing them off. Yeah. And so, like, you trying to check yourself and be like, damn, like, am I still there? Like, and you're like,
am I me? Who am I?
Yeah, like,
you start to question
feeling,
yourself.
Yes.
You start to be like,
you're like, fuck.
All this self-reflection starts to happen. You go, dang, am I really who I say I am? Am I an imposter? Am I...
You just feel very detached and removed from your shit.
Everything.
Like, you're just like, dang, like, did I really not care about this person?
Right.
Like, I relate what you talk about with death. Like, I've had very close, like, family members pass away, and I'm just like, I don't even know how to react with this because maybe it's not impacting my everyday life, like, right here and where I'm at right now. But it's like, when I really do think about it, or, like, when I sit there and I'm like, my cousin had passed away 2 summers ago, and it's like, I was just like we were on vacation and we had found out, and, like, my family left, and I was, like, by myself at my one cousin's house I just met, and it was just, like, so weird, and I was just like, damn, like, they're really not here anymore. Like, it was really hard for me to process, like, I'm never seing them again.
They can't speak,
like,
breathe, walk, come see you.
Exactly.
Man, I remember when my grandma died. I was in class. And it was, like, the day after. I went to school the day after I, like, found out. It was the second day of school I found out. Came home, found out. Big devastating news. I woke up and went to school, like, the next day. Yeah. And I was sitting there, and people was, like, talking to me about it, but it wasn't, like...
It's hard to clear.
I kind of, like, brushed it off. I was like, well, she's in a better place, this, and that. And I sat down and thought about it and was like...
Like, you really start processing,
she never
like,
coming
I'm never
back.
seeing you.
She's not going to wake up. And there's no way this person is... You can't talk to this person anymore. So then you start to feel paralyzed with... Damn, did I really spend all the time that I could have with this person? And that comes with all this, oh my God, it's so much to it. And then you start to think, it made me start to think about, am I giving everybody their flowers while they're here? You know, am I appreciating everybody in my life right now? I can't get this person back, so is it a way that I can
start investing into more people?
And start to show these people more appreciation. And even when it's like, say you got, like, really good friends and you get mad at a friend, this and that. Is it really as deep as you making it?
See, that's how I be thinking too. Like, after my cousin had passed away, like, me and my mom would get into arguments sometimes, or, like, later that week we got into a big argument, and I was just like, damn, like, it's not even this serious. Like, like, if something were to happen to her, I feel so terrible after that. Like, you start thinking of all the worst things, but also, like, that in a sense is not healthy too, because it's like, you're just like, oh, we brushing past everything just because one event had happened, or, like, you feeling like, oh, like, nothing, like, none of this shit actually matters. Like, that be happening to me a lot, like, where I be talking to someone and we'll get into, like, me and my roommate was arguing, like, a few days ago, and I was just like, this is really not that deep. Like, when you really just sit and reflect on the argument, it's like, at the end of the day, like, I know your character and I know you as a person. Like, that shit has not changed, and, like, yes, let's attack the problem, let's not attack the person. So, like, to me, like, learning how to do that has made it much easier to problem solve, because I used to be someone like, when I first came here, like, if I get into a problem with someone, like, I'm not fucking with you after.
Right.
Like, it's so easy for me to just be like, oh, okay, we not aligned on this. Like,
disassociate from it.
Yeah.
And at
like,
such a big school, it's so easy to, like, never see that
like,
person
I'm never
again.
seeing your ass again. Yeah. And so, like, I don't think I really learned that until my best friend here. And he was just like, we got into a really bad argument one day. And he was just like, oh, like, if you leave the house, like, we not fucking with each other no more. Like, you not my friend no more.
Wow.
And I was just like, nigga, like, what? Like, ain't nobody ever said no shit like that to me. So I was like, there had been, like, moments like that where I was like, damn, is it really this deep? Like, we gonna argue this much and not be cool after, what, years of knowing each other? Even months. Like, the way with college works, like, after months, these people know you through and through. Like, I would say the people I know in college know me more than my own family. And that shit's crazy. Because
you around them every single day. Like, even in high school, it was like, okay, you see these people every day, but you still going home. Home is here where everybody at. Everybody's... It's not prison, but it's an institution for sure. Like, you eating with these people, you spending nights with these people, you going out with these people.
It's really crazy
like,
to think about. Insane. They put all these kids together. Like, I be thinking about it like that. Like, damn, they, like, looked at all these kids, were like, yeah, these ones will all mesh together, put them in one, like, institution, was just like, yeah, go rock out.
And it was, like, it's so many communities within communities here. It's, like, it's insane, like, the amount of people that's here. And then another thing that, past, like, looking at other people's faults is looking at myself and attacks on my own character. Because growing up, I never really liked to get, like, the way people will not put you down but tell you about yourself could really have an impact on how you see yourself and how you want to be seen when you grow up. So it was like, they would tell me stuff and then I take it away where it was like, okay, let me do this so they can never see me like that again. Yeah. And so I began to build myself into this person where it was
like everything against what people were saying instead of your own shit.
I'm gonna make myself the perfect person so nobody can say anything about me. But not almost feels like when somebody say I do something wrong, I get super offended by it because I'm the type of person that's like, I want to check every box so nobody can say anything to me. So I'm starting to unlearn that process because it can be very hard for people to help you if you always getting defensive and offended by whatever they telling you about. And so I don't do it on purpose, but it's like something I got to be more aware of because if I want to go far in life, I got to be able to hear about myself, true or not. Yeah.
Also, like, on that point, like, I feel you in that sense. Like, when... like, it's small, slight comments that'll make me be like, damn, like, I need to tweak this. Like, I remember my freshman year, like, I had, like, one of them pepper spray things because my mom was OD about being out here. And so I sprayed it in the room because I was just like, I don't even know how this shit works. And, like, I sprayed it, but I sprayed it on the ground. And this nigga was like, damn, you're mad childish. Why you, like, and I was like, childish? Childish is crazy because, like, I'm the youngest. So, like, being called childish is already, like, damn,
hurt.
Like, that shit done like, ooh. I said, what? And that shit had me acting like straight the next few weeks. Like, I was like, oh, I can't do no goofy shit. I can't be on some da-da-da-da-da.
You start to question yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, because then it's just like, but then also understanding that how you see yourself, not everyone's gonna see. Like, whatever perspective that they have of you, or like whatever original perspective, if they're not willing to come in with the open mind and really get to know you and get to know your character, like, they just gonna see whatever version of you in that moment you are. And like, if they want to generalize and categorize that as you as a person and they don't really get to know you, like, that's their loss at the end of the day. Like, there's so, like, everyone is so versatile here and multifaceted here. Like, there's so many different aspects of people. So like, when you meet somebody and they have one first impression, like, they could be completely different the next day. Like, this one girl done met me and I had hella energy that day. Like, I'll have days where I'm like talking, chatting it up, like, da-da-da-da.
Everybody we're friends now. Yeah, go ahead.
And then there's days when I come in and I'm just like, really yo, like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I meet someone and it's on some, it's on some, what's up? Like, what's good? And then keep it pushing. But it's just like, she was like, oh, like, I thought you were always like, da-da-da. And then I came in on some chill shit and she was just like, oh, like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong with you?
And then you start to get irritated by that. You start to get annoyed.
Like, I don't gotta be on this every moment. Like, I don't gotta be on 10 all the time. Like, it'd be weird because it's like, damn, like, whatever people's perception they have of you will never align with what exact perception I have of myself. And so, like, when people say stuff like that, I just be like, oh, they haven't gotten to know me yet for real. Or like, when people make assumptions about you, or like, I feel like my biggest assumption when coming here, like, a lot of people was mad. Like, they'd be like, oh my God, you're mad nice. Like, I don't even, like, I know off rip, like, sometimes I can come off as like, oh, okay, like, what's up? But I feel like if you talk to me, like, I will go out of my way to talk to you. Like, I'm not on some, like,
Hollywood
shit.
type
shit. Like, especially being from LA, I feel like a lot of people expect you to be some certain way. Or just being a woman in general, like, people just expect you to be on some, like, ugh, like, what you looking at? Like, And I'm like, no, nigga, I'm not even like that. Like, even when I met you, like, I remember walking up to you and being like, what's good? Like trying to introduce myself, trying to, like, meet everybody. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I have no, like, I don't feel the need to be on some, like, persona shit where I'm like, oh, yeah, like, you niggas gotta earn your shit to talk to me.
Yeah, like what? Like, I hate when people like that, dog.
Yeah.
Bro, there's some real shady motherfuckers here, too.
Oh,
like,
God.
just thinking. Like, I can look at people. I don't really like to judge off. I can judge off the vibe that you give me when you first get around me. I know it can be dangerous sometimes generalizing it because I'm not going to always be right. And I'm okay if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And then I get to know you and I'm like, all right, they not as bad as they.
Like once you first met them.
Yeah, they not as bad as what I thought they was going to be. But it's you got to watch out for them people, especially like being in school because you really know, like you were saying, you really don't know nobody off their first impression. Even if their first impression good at first, they could be a terrible person, but you might have just caught them on a good day.
Even like when you first meet people, like my freshman year, like everybody's mad nice. Like that first few weeks, they're like, hey, what's
your
up?
Major?
Like, where you from? Yeah, all that shit. Like, and it's like, oh, everybody mad friendly, everybody on the same wave. Like, we all trying to be friends. Yeah. And then push comes to shove, people start making friend groups, niggas start falling out.
Bro,
like,
niggas
it's just like friend groups. The first few weeks, that shit not lasting.
Bro,
like,
no. Like anybody, like you'll meet somebody, you'll have this deep conversation with them one night.
God.
The next day, either you never see them again, or the next day they'll look at you like you never talked to them in your life. You'll be like, "What's up?" and they'll stare you dead in your soul and not say shit to you.
It's so that's crazy because like it's so crazy to hear all y'all like I'll talk with you or like some other freshmen or some other sophomores. And they be telling me, I'm just like, damn, I went through the same shit. Like, you have a whole, like, there'll be niggas you be talking to at dinner or, like, in one of them dining halls for a cool 40, 50 minutes. And you're like, damn, they mad cool people. Like, yeah, like, because I'm not the type of person to be on some, like, I'm going to talk to you and then not talk to you again.
Yeah,
like we need to be like, we good.
Cool, we friends,
yeah.
Bro. You got me
and
for anything,
oh,
dog.
God.
We can text me.
Like, we exchange numbers or, like, Instagrams. I stopped doing the whole Instagram shit after the first 2 months because it's like, nigga, I'm never seeing you again. I don't give a fuck about your content no more. Like, it's not even on some, like, oh, like, follower, da-da-da-da. It's more so, like, I don't care what you're doing.
You don't add any value to me. Like, and then if I know I'm never going to see you or talk to you again, I'm not like, going to break my neck to, like,
to see what the fuck you doing.
You. Bro, people will follow you, watch you, see you in person here, and never say nothing.
Ever. Okay, I get that sometimes, though, because it was, like, a whole thing. I remember freshman year, like, there would be girls that we would all be like, it's like you cool with them, like they be commenting on your pics, and then you see them in person, they be mad, like
they just look at you,
like it's like what? Like, I thought we was good, girl. We was cool. Like what happened to the comments? I
just
like,
called you twin.
Yeah, I was like you beautiful, like, and then when I go and talk to you, you on some like, oh I don't know you, nigga, like I've never seen you before.
What? It's crazy and. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and the perception you have on social media carries so much weight here, which is so fucking crazy. Because I be taking, like, I be on social media, like, now I'm starting to show more personality on social media, not giving a fuck what I post. But I would say, like, my freshman and sophomore year, like, the close friends was the only place for that shit. Like, even, like, posting on my main story now, like, I'll post memes, like, damn near every other month I'll post like what's like the best way to solve your problems, and that's through sleep because everybody know I stay sleep. Like, and it's like showing little aspects of your personality, like people will start picking up on that, or like people will be swiping up on some like, oh yo, that's funny as fuck, like I didn't even da-da-da-da. And it's like, nigga, because this is one side of me. This is the side that, like, when everything in my life is aligning, that's the shit you gonna see. Like, I'm not out here. See the low lights. Like, you're not gonna see me out here sitting, crying, type shit.
Crying in
like,
front of the camera.
Oh
just
God, no, dead ass. Like, it's just like realizing that, like, even when I came here, like, people was like, oh, like I thought you'd be on some like stuck up like da 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 shit because you're on Instagram, and I'm just like, my Instagram is just my Instagram is just pictures of me, like. It's not even on some, like, I don't even be, like,
it's cool.
Put on the outward disrespect shit.
Yeah, like, it's like some people, like, they'll put in their bio, like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, like on some like I'm not even real. I'm not even this. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
What's their favorite? They be like, not interested.
Not interested.
Not interested.
Oh,
don't
Yo,
hit
you're
me
funny.
up. Not looking for friends.
Yeah, like what the fuck you got this Instagram for then, nigga? Like,
then in the ratios, bro, be killing me. It be
yeah.
like 3,000 followers.
Niggas will be following 20
5.
people. Yeah, and then got 3,000 followers. Like, nigga, I know your feed done after 2 swipes. Like, I know you're lying.
There's no way you're having fun on this
At
app,
all.
bro. Like, you gotta get some, what's it called? You gotta get some diversity in this, you know? Because we take the app too serious, bro. Some people take the app way too serious, bro. You'll swipe up on somebody, John, just trying to be like funny and cool. They would never open your shit ever.
Or they'll just take it too far. Like, I've had niggas, like, I'll swipe up or like a story, and, like, yes, liking a story can mean other things in other ways, but it's like, no, nigga, like, your content was cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even on some, like, oh, I want you, nigga. Like, it's more so like, oh, that shit was cool. Like, that shit was light. Like, there's not a lot that, like, I don't know. I feel like it's so limiting because people have such, like, I don't even fucking know.
They
like,
just jump to so many conclusions so fast.
It's like we don't even have a conversation yet. But
let us get the conversation going.
Yeah.
And then one thing that be killing me, I know that happened to some people, it'd be like, you'll text somebody, and they'll just keep texting you like, bro, we go to the same school. Let's go hang out, twin. Like, let's go be cool, dude.
That's like the number one pet peeve. Like, even with like friends, with niggas, it's like, why are we still texting? Like, it's just more so like, if like, like what? I'm not trying to do this whole texting shit like all day type shit. Like, I do understand talking to people, but I'm not even one to text all day. Like, that shit boring to me. And it's also like, I'd rather just have a real ass conversation. And if I can't have a real ass conversation with you, but I can text you, like, I'm not fucking with you.
You're
like
not
that.
a real
like,
person at that point. Because if you just live for the phone, man. Like, people are, that's another thing, bro. People are so detached from real life.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, bro, I'll be walking around and everybody will be on their phone, bro. Or I'll walk somewhere, or I'll be walking there, look at you dead in your face, like this, and they won't shake their head or nothing. Like, you know, the little nod or whatever, like the, hey, how you doing? They just look at you like you insane. Like, people will play you like you crazy for being sociable, and then you'll go back and you start questioning yourself. Like, I know some people here, including myself, I'll be like, what's up? Nobody want to say what's up back. I start questioning myself. I'm weird for saying something.
Much? Like,
was I tripping?
What
was I? Did I do something wrong? Because I just hate how it's so accepted today that you can fall into your phone and just be there, and people will be like, okay, we here. Sunny skies. Good weather. Let's go outside. We can leave the phones at home, bruh. It's so much to do here, and all people want to do is be on their phone, or they be like, yeah, I just be in my room.
Yeah, I just be chilling.
Oh, God. That's how they be talking. They be trying to be so mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, I do be in my room, but that's because I'm new and I don't know what to do.
Also, like, you don't got access to a lot of transportation here.
Right.
Like, transportation in LA fucking sucks. Like, unless you got a car, even if you got a car, traffic is ass. Like,
man. So
it's a lot of limitations.
When you can get out, get out. But some people just be trying to be so cool and be like, I hate when people be like, yeah, I'm antisocial. I don't really be out like that. Yeah,
you don't see me outside.
I'm nonchalant,
I stay inside.
Popular loner. Like nigga, go outside. That's not cool.
You're not cute for that.
Lame.
Yeah,
that's so lame, boring, bro. Like, be yourself. Find out who you are. I feel like a lot of people use that I'm closed off, I'm antisocial shit to hide the fact that they don't really know themselves.
Yeah, or like they don't know themselves. No. They don't figure out what the fuck they like. They also are like scared to get to know themselves because it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting to know myself and I'm learning shit about myself. But if that shit isn't accepted by the people who's already around me,
then I'm gonna feel like an outcast.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna feel like I'm loved around here.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna know who ain't. They scared to go look for themselves and not find it.
Yeah.
And then they use whatever they got going on as like a
buffer to not do that shit, like to pull your shit back.
Because once you get to know these people, they just don't be talking about nothing, and then they be like, "Why the world against me?" or "Why I can't talk to nobody?" or "Why I can't hold a conversation?" Because nigga, you ain't practiced.
You ain't got shit to say too.
Yeah, you
like,
ain't really been out here.
Chilling.
You gotta get out here, like.
Yeah. Also, like, the more you know yourself, the more like environments you'll be comfortable in.
Yeah.
And the more you'll be celebrated. Like, I don't think I really understood who I was until, honestly, like, end of last semester, like my sophomore year, I really started to get a better understanding of who I was and like what I like to see from people. And now I would say I have a great like idea of my self concept and like what the fuck it is I like. And like a lot of my friends have been like very supportive of me and like my character and like who I've developed into. So like when I go into any new spaces or any new rooms, like I'm very comfortable being my full self and like very comfortable being like not on some like scared shit or like used to like when I used to come into rooms or into spaces, I would definitely be mad quiet, like have to read the vibes first, then be myself. But then it was more so like now it's like, okay, if y'all not fucking with me, I have people who fuck with me anyways. So like when I come into a space and like I'm gonna just be me, like and I'm gonna be cool, like I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And if y'all don't fuck with that, like okay, cool. Like what can I say?
Not even like if y'all don't fuck with it, fuck y'all.
No, it's not even on something like that.
If y'all don't like me when I'm like this, then I just don't fuck with none of y'all.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's okay to not be accepted, and that's the best thing actually, because you know you doing something right. When niggas start hating, you doing something right. Stupid. When people scared to be around you, bro, you doing something right. The way I see myself is like when I walk in the room, I want to walk out the room being known. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta be the loudest nigga, but like they gonna know me when I leave. But that's just because of how I carry myself in the way I like to be myself. And I had to learn that embarrassment is not a thing. Like a lot of people be like, oh, I'm so scared to be embarrassed, so I won't do that. Or I'll be out and I'll do something. People be like, that's so embarrassing. How can you do that?
But it's also like, who is gonna do anything? Like at the end of the day, we all remember stuff for like a cool week and a half. Like I remember like even for the Nike thing, you know how we both dunked? Like my friend was like, damn, that's mad embarrassing. Like I would never go out there and run up and like do that shit.
What's wrong
and
with
I was
you?
just like, bro, why?
Nobody's
like,
gonna
niggas
care.
said free shoes. Nigga, I'm there. Like what?
Nobody cares. One thing I said was nobody cares what you do as long as it don't harm them.
And also, like, if you don't put much, like, I guess, much thought into it when you do it, like, if you don't drag it and be like, oh my gosh,
I'm
like
so
this,
scared,
then nobody give a fuck, because they're going to be like, oh, that's them.
Yeah.
That's something they finna do no matter what. Like, even when doing shit that I'm like, why wouldn't I do this shit? And someone's like, oh, that's a lie. Or I'm like, to me, that's on some, like, that's when you start realizing, like, people is very much thinking about what other people is doing before themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do what I think, like, I'm going to think, like, oh, what the fuck does Feben want? What the fuck does Feben want to do? Yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, maybe, like, how does this affect? Like, maybe that's selfish. And maybe, but it's, like, also, like, nigga, this is my life. This is me.
I can wake up tomorrow and decide to ignore everybody in my life. Like, I know we say, like, yes, our parents and stuff, or our parents, our family and stuff is, like, super important in our life. But check me out. It's called free will. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get here, I know this may sound like crazy, but you know, owe nobody shit. That's all I gotta say. Like, I know your parents brought you up in here. I know my parents brought me in here. We grow to be grateful for that shit. But like, I could leave home and never come back type shit. Like, like I want people to know, like, everything that you do should be your choice. I'm not gonna say everything is your choice, but you have the freedom to choose what you want to do. And I feel like once we are aware of that, we can be more conscious in the decisions that we making. A lot of times you'll end up making so many decisions subconsciously
based off catering to what other people want.
What other people think.
And you don't even, like, there's a point where niggas will do that so much, like, that's their first thought. Like, they don't even know what the fuck they want. They're always out here asking, like, oh, what should I do this?
What they gonna think? What should I do today?
Who gonna think this? Who gonna think that? But it's like, damn, like, you know yourself best. So why you gonna let somebody who knows a portion of you? It be the people that barely know you that be affecting your perception the most. Man. Like, it's so crazy.
Because you be so scared of what they gonna think at the end of the day, because you don't know them. Like, if you know your best friend, like, you ain't gonna really trip about what he talking about, because you already know him. But if I'm in here with a complete stranger, I'm like, every move I make is gonna be.
It's like, oh, this is him. Like, this is correlated to what exactly his character is. Yeah.
But if they don't want to take the time to get to know me, bro, they don't have to. It's 7 billion people. 7 billion of them on this. It's a lot of people here. Like,
a lot of people.
It's a lot of motherfuckers on this earth. So we be tripping about 1 or 2. Nigga, it's 7 billion of them. Like,
dead ass.
We got free range to meet and talk to whoever we want. And if I'm being honest, bro, it's enough people out here to replace everybody in your life. And it's enough connections that you can make with these people.
That's true.
That it'll outweigh whatever you got going on. So one thing you shouldn't do is let the people in your life or the people in your past dictate who you gonna be or where you going, because they can be replaced. And I know it's hard to think about because of attachment. We can get so attached to this and this and that.
Attachment's a crazy thing.
We get attached to how we living and how life is going that we forget, nigga, this shit can change.
Yeah.
But the first step to getting everything to change is accepting where you at. I hate when people, I'm not gonna say I hate, because I found myself doing the same thing. But I'll be in positions where I'm like, damn, I want more, I want more, I want more. I want to do more, I want to do more of this. But I'm not looking where my feet at. You got to be where your feet are. If you find your mind, like, everywhere else but except where you supposed to be, just take time and, like, dead ass consciously think about where your feet are. They on the ground. You right here, right now.
Yeah.
As long as you can accept where you at, you'll go somewhere different.
Yeah.
But if you always thinking about being somewhere else, you never gonna realize where you at.
Where you at, yeah.
Because you everywhere else. And then, what was I saying this morning, bro? I was saying something. I be talking to myself.
That's real.
Yeah, I be talking to myself so much.
I be doing that in the bathroom, or when there's a mirror in front of me, I be chatting it up with myself, or like just be on some stupid shit, like just saying shit, like just like, damn, did you really like, you know? But what you were saying, like, I think for me, it's mad difficult to like stay very present sometimes, because when I be sitting in the moment, I think it makes me very complacent sometimes, because I'm like, oh, like I'm in this moment right now, I'm doing this. Yeah. But like, it isn't until you like actively start like consciously thinking about what you're doing in all these aspects of life, because like every single person here is pursuing multiple things at once, and like really realizing how much of your time and effort is being put towards all these things, and like realizing that and realizing your accomplishments. But for me, like, I feel like it's really hard to find that line of like appreciation and then comfortability, where I'm like, oh, I've done this so far, and now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it to where I need to go. Like, I'm gonna keep stepping, but then like, I'd be like, if I'm not like, damn, I need to be there right now, like, it takes that sense of urgency away, where I'm like, oh, okay, like, I've done this much so far in my 3 years of being here, my 2.5 years of being on this college campus. Like, I know, like, I know that I've made a name for myself here. I know I've done things on campus, created programming, created events for people, and like made an impact on people's lives here. But I'm also just like, was it enough? Like, was it enough? Yeah, like, I can always be doing more, because it's like, if I was comfortable where I was at freshman year, I wouldn't be here now. Like, I wouldn't be pursuing the certain things I did now. Like, there's just a level of like comfortability that comes with that, and it's just like, I don't want to slow down. I want to keep this pace up, but also I want to be like, damn, I really did that. Because like for me, sophomore year, I would say like my sophomore year, my first semester, like I threw like this fashion show, and I didn't realize like how big of a deal it was until people was talking to me about it after. Like, it was literally by myself, like do a whole fashion show at the ballroom, like downstairs of TCC, like had over 150 people come, like 50 models, like a DJ, like whole sound, but like, it was like USC's first DEI fashion show, and it showed all the different cultures and identities, and like a lot of people would like, there was hella performances. It was like a big ass event, and we raised like thousands of dollars. And I was just like, I don't think, like, I was so stressed and so just like, this needs to happen. And then watching it all unfold, like being like in the front and like present for that moment, just like, holy shit, I done put all this together by myself. And that's when you realize shit, like small shit like that, where you're like, wow, like, I'm so capable. Because when you come to college, like, you start, like, I don't know if you do this, but like, I didn't doubt myself in the terms of like my ability, but you start thinking like, damn, I can never be this version of myself. Like how I was sophomore, like in high school, like in high school when I was in work, in class, like always focused, always getting my shit done, always coming to class, always this. And I'm like now it's really hard to be like, damn, I'm still that same student, especially the student mindset. Like it's hard to realize like I still have, like, I can still study for tests and do well, because college will whoop your ass and really have you at the points where you're like, damn, do I even belong here as a student? Like, man, I'm not doing well in this class, this aspect of my life.
Smart motherfuckers here.
Oh God. And you just like, we all, when you realize everybody operates so differently, like some niggas who come here, they could be studying, like me and my friend, we studied for the same test That nigga got a 90 and I got a 60. Same amount of time fucking studying.
Man.
And I'm sitting there like,
I be looking at it like,
I be like, I'm incapable. I'm a dumbass. But I'm also just like, fuck, this nigga cracked.
That's
Like,
what
I'm not that
saying,
same
bro.
person.
He's going
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
That same thing happened to me and my roommate, bro. I done studied for a week. This nigga come in and studied 2 days before. He got like
Still
an 80 on
better.
there. I got like a 70 something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
fuck.
all right, nigga. I was
Like, what you be doing?
Yeah.
Like, what you be taking?
What do it take? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
oh God. And it's like starting to realize, like,
Not everybody's
like,
the same test taker,
everybody's
though.
So, yes, not even only that, like the way you learn is so different. Like
From
there are
everybody
niggas who could
else.
sit in the classroom and really absorb that shit
All
and learn.
that, bruh.
Like for me, I gotta read it ahead of time. Then I have to come to class, be conscious about actually paying attention.
Oh my God.
Because unless I tell myself, bitch, you need to lock in, I'm sitting in class like just sitting with the rest of the students. Scrolling on my phone, I'm just like, why?
Check your phone and
Why
you
you
look back
coming to
up,
class?
what the
Class
nigga
is
talking
damn
about?
near over.
Yeah, you be like,
or you
what
like,
nigga talking
you missed the first 30 minutes. You try to tap back in. You like, I'm really locked in now.
Yeah.
And then you're like, damn, I don't know what niggas was talking about 30 minutes ago, so I can't even learn this concept.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because it's like we all learn so differently, and like accepting that and then figuring out what works for you. Because you gon' like, at least for my whole freshman year, I was just like, I need to sit in the library for hours. I need to
Oh
read
my
this
God.
for hours. I need to this
Yeah,
for
go ahead, go
hours.
ahead.
And it's like, that shit don't work for
At
me.
all, bro.
Like-
Like, well, for me, I be looking at people and they be like, yeah, I studied till 3 a.m. last night.
That's not me.
I'll be like, nigga, what
once
the
that shit hit 12, it's lights out. It
It's
was
like-
never learning no more
it's
after
like,
that.
bro, dude, I don't think people can accept here that if you don't get it, bro, you not gonna get it right now. And if the
Exactly.
test tomorrow, bro,
Go to bed.
just
Protect
pray
your
that it's
peace.
not gonna be on there, because
Oh, God.
they be like, yeah, my exam is in 40 minutes. I got 3 hours of sleep. I'm like, you was a
Hell
dummy.
no.
That you did that to yourself. Like,
That's some
I be like, bro, I be like, dog, if it's not there, bro, it's not gonna be there, and I'm not about to
Yeah.
kill myself because,
Accepting it.
Oh,
Like,
the-
your one
I
grade
don't
not
know
gonna
it.
make or break your
bro,
future.
oh my God, you're gonna have a wife, kids, a family, a house, a mortgage, bills to
You're
pay,
not gonna think
and you're
about
not gonna
any
be
of this
thinking
shit.
about the fucking 50-minute exam from 30 years ago, nigga. Like,
In your fucking GE class, nigga.
Right,
Like,
the GE,
fuck.
like, general education, like, this don't even
God.
like matter towards your major, and then you sit here getting on
Yes.
yourself about it, bro. You about to walk the stage still, like,
Yeah.
people. GPA out of college, I don't know much yet, but I can tell you it don't mean as much as
As you
as
think
much
it
as your
means.
high. Yeah, it don't mean as much as your high school GPA
At
probably
all.
matter. Your high school, yeah, it get you into a good college, but even if you got good recommendations, it's people here that had a shit GPA in high school but still got in because
Yeah.
them as a person. You got to understand yourself as a person and know
Yeah.
academics is cool, bruh. It's okay to do that shit, but like school is different from being in academia. Like
Yeah.
you can study and do your schoolwork, but if you're not reading and like doing stuff that interests you, you're not a real academic. Like them people that we
Yeah.
see like Albert Einstein and stuff. Yeah, he went to school, but it wasn't that he was just smart at school. This
He
nigga
had
was
his
going
own
home.
passion,
Yeah, this
yeah.
nigga was going home looking at the physics books that nobody else got. He was looking at the
You know
college.
him? Like,
nah,
what's up?
hey, I might.
You might be adding a little-
yeah,
just
I might,
little-
yeah,
little
I might,
here and there.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I might just be Albert Einstein, little cut. I might know a little something.
Little song.
But yeah, one thing I was reading this morning in the book, Psychology of Money. That's a really good book. He was talking about life compounding. So it's like where we are now. The way I conceptualize it is where we are now is not gonna be where we at even tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we gotta understand. I feel like we get so caught up in the future, thinking in present terms though. Because like I could be like, dang, next week I'm gonna have to do laundry, but right now in my bank account I only got $5. How I'm gonna pay for the laundry next week
Yeah.
if I only got $5 right now? You only got $5 in your bank account next week. You done had 7 days, my nigga.
Yeah.
You done had 7 days. There's something wrong there. You know what I'm saying? Well, what the fuck was you doing all week that you ain't got your money up in a week?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could take that and make it even broader, bro. Like, you want to be at a certain point in your life and you stressing out about where you at right now. Bro, just keep doing what you... But, like,
I'm dead.
yeah. You want to be somewhere in the future, but you can't think in present terms. If you're going to think in future terms, you got to think in future terms. You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I was reading something like that where it's like the only thing stopping you between you and like what your goal is like your discipline. Like you need to sit and be that person who your goal is right now.
Yeah.
And then you'll actually get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of like, if I say I want to work out in the future, I want to be somebody who works out 5 times a week. That shit not going to change if I don't take active action right now. Like if I start working 5 times a week now, then I will continue to be that person in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It's like implementing whatever changes or like whatever person you want to be in the future. Start implementing the habits that you think that person's going to be right now.
Yeah.
And then you work towards that person.
Because when I ran track, Coach McCauley, one of my coaches, he was like, hydrating starts now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you got the meet at the end of the week, but you don't want to start drinking water Friday night. The shit not going to kick in Saturday. You got to start hydrating on Monday.
Yeah.
And the benefits that you gain or the compound of you hydrating from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to show up on Saturday.
Exactly.
But if you don't do shit on Monday through Thursday, and then Friday night, you like, damn, I need to drink water for Saturday.
Yeah.
It's not going to kick in.
At all.
It's not going to be there. So hydrating start now. And that's a lot of people for the new year coming up, man.
Niggas
everything
will have a day and think everything gonna flip in
they
that.
Be like,
they hit 12 o'clock January 1st.
What they call them?
The
These my revolutions.
Resolutions, New Year's resolutions. Niggas will let that clock strike 12 and be like, damn, I'm this nigga today. Yeah. On some like, oh, I'm doing this. And it's also recognizing you're not going to have all these changes in one night. Like, if you're trying to be, I'm not going to eat no meat no more. I'm going to work out every single day at 6 a.m. I'm going to also drive to this. I'm going to walk to this. I'm going to implement. Like, that was my problem. Like, when I wanted shit to change for me, you know those nights where you wake up at 3 a.m., you like, I'm getting shit together tomorrow.
I started doing so many push-ups.
Yeah, you
nigga, I ain't never did that many push-ups. Like, in one sitting. Then 3 in the morning, that one night.
And you sitting there like, damn, tomorrow's the day. Like, tomorrow's the day I be getting to the gym at 7 a.m. Like, I'm sitting in there like, oh, yeah, like, let me set that alarm. That alarm at 6:45. It say, wake up, go to gym. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, nigga, this nigga was on some crazy shit last night. Turn that shit off. Go back to sleep.
That wasn't. I'm not the same nigga I was 3 hours ago.
Oh, God. Yes, bro. And it's like, you need to implement small changes. Like, you can't, like, I remember over summer, I would always tell myself, like, over summer, I'm finna transform. Like, I'm finna be that girl by the end of summer. Like, my whole wardrobe finna elevate. I'm working out every single day. I'm getting a job. I'm doing research on this. And I was just like, I can't even fit all this shit in my day and enjoy myself. Like, that shit not cool. Like, I need to work on one thing at a time. And then once I work on one thing at a time, the other shit will flow and just start, like, really putting it, like, for me now, it's like just putting it towards God. Like, God, I want this for myself. And, like, give me the strength to be consistent and be disciplined in whatever it is I'm in.
Because, like what you're saying, people be saying, I'm going to do this, and that. But that starts an overload in your brain.
Yes.
So overloading is like, you give yourself so much to do, you'll start it, but then you'll keep thinking about it, and it becomes so daunting.
Yeah.
That's when you start to push stuff off.
You push it back. Yeah.
So if you want to see changes in your life, you got to start the season before. So like, you want to see changes in the winter, which would be the New Year's. You got to start now. It's the fall.
Yeah.
You got to start in November. The resolutions that you want to see, you got to start putting them shits into place right now.
Yeah.
So when the New Year hit, all you doing is rolling into it.
Exactly.
You can have them out on the New Year's Day if you want to look cool and shit, but like, you gotta, like, you want to roll into it from December 31st to January 1st, because it's gonna take a little while for them habits to kick in and for you to actually understand what you motivated towards. Like, all your resolutions may not happen, but some of them will stick.
Yeah.
If you give yourself a month head start instead of the 1 day head start, you hydrate now, then you gonna understand what it is that you actually want to do. How important it is.
Right. And then when you create a habit, I know it takes 2 weeks to create a habit. Once you create a habit, not consistently following that habit becomes uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, my freshman year, I, like, got my shit together, and I was working out 5 days a week at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Woke up every single day at 6 a.m. during the weekdays. On the weekends, I didn't work out, and then there was 2 days where I missed it, and my body felt so uncomfortable that the next day I got up and said, my ass is in the gym.
The whole day
it felt so, like, it just be weird, because it's like, damn, you done tweaked this one part of your schedule, and now your whole day off. Like,
man,
it's mad weird.
It's so dumb. Okay, yeah, we are recording. Okay, I looked at the
I'm
computer.
dead.
I looked at the computer.
Imagine we wasn't recording this whole time.
I'd be so sick.
I'd be sick. Yeah.
I'd just give it up. But yeah, like what you were saying, man. The second you, it's like a withdrawal.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy. We only hear
It's
withdrawals
like,
when it comes to like drugs.
Yeah, some heavy drugs.
Alcohol. But nigga, nah. Like your body gets so used to doing this action that like she said, when you take it away from yourself, you just don't know who you are anymore. It roll into your whole day, and that's almost like going back to the beginning of the conversation. That's almost like the bad mood, like being irritable. That I feel like I said this before, but it really start from like one thing happening, you don't address it, and then you let it build up, and it's like a snowball effect, and it end up hitting everybody else, and then people start looking at you. And they getting mad at you, and then you getting
you doing this.
You getting mad at them for getting mad at you because you feel a certain type of way.
You like I didn't even do shit to you for you to be getting mad at me right now.
So you you feel like the whole world against you, but they really trying to help you, but you really ain't trying to hear that shit because how you feeling right now.
And it's also like communication is key. Like I didn't realize that shit because like I'm very much somebody who like when I was younger, I would have a crazy attitude. Like, I would be disrespectful as hell, mean as hell, like, on some crazy shit. Yeah. And then now, like, when people is disrespectful towards me or is acting crazy towards me, I really, really try to stay cool, calm, and collected. Like, I really won't tweak. I won't ever, like, I will never lose. Like, I don't think, like, nobody outside of my family has ever seen me lose character. And so, like, that's something that I've implemented in myself, but I'm starting to see the bad parts of that now. Like, where someone really done pissed me off or really done did some crazy shit. And, like, even if I confront you about it, I have to take my anger out still.
I'd
like,
be so hot.
I'll still be pissed as
so
fuck.
Heated.
And I have to sit there with my anger
God.
and just be like, damn, this nigga done really pissed me off.
so under your skin, bro. I be sitting there, I be getting
irritated.
Sweating.
Yes.
I be wanting to hit something. I be wanting to throw something.
Exactly.
Like, I be seeming, I'm a cool, laid back dude, but like when I get pissed off, I be pissed. I feel like the Hulk. I be feeling like, bro, I could
everything, like
and then the person that irritated you or did something to you, they don't really know how you get. So it's like the second you go to take out this new anger to them, it's new to them, but it's not new to you. They like,
the fuck?
What did I do to you? Why did you do all that? This, and that. I'm like, so you really got to learn. You got to be the strongest. You got to be the strong soldier in that point. You got to be like, all right, I'm gonna take this and just move it somewhere else.
Because when I get mad, I have to remove myself from the situation.
Man, I just gotta go.
I can't, like, if I'm genuinely mad at you, we not having a conversation right now.
Not right now.
Because I'm finna say some crazy disrespectful shit.
I'm about to get so crazy. God, like, and then whatever you did was disrespectful to me and there's people around, but like, what I'm about to say back.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Like, even a few days ago, like, I was pissed. Like, one of my friends really done pissed me off. I was like, I'll really slap fire out this bitch right now. Like, what the fuck? And I had to take myself, like, let's talk about it right now. You can't talk to me right after you done pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, I don't
I need to step away. I need to go on a walk or some bullshit to really just calm.
And then when I look at you again and it come up again, I'll be like,
walk away again.
I ain't ready, man. I'm not ready to handle
I have to start thinking of it in an outside view, like really remove myself from the situation and just be like, okay, this happened. This person did this. I can't talk to them like this, even though I want to and want to really slap the fuck out of them right now.
Yeah.
But it's more so like, okay, like really, to me, it's like I start minimizing the problem. I'm like, is it really that deep?
How
I have to
serious
tell myself it's not that serious because the moment I think it's serious, I'm on your ass.
Oh my
like,
God. And they be seeming like, that's how I be. Yeah, no, I'm saying that you just feeling like the whole world. Just,
it's like
you be walking around.
Ugh.
Like when they didn't have the door unlocked to come in here, dog. I was trying not to show up. And I was sitting there mad. I had to do the calls. Bro.
How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, I was trying to ask how they was doing. I wanted to answer so bad and be like, doors locked. Like I was about to get
on some like nigga like do your job.
Yeah, but then I got to think like, all right.
Maybe talking them crazy.
Yeah. Maybe they don't know who I am. Maybe they don't know that this was supposed to happen today. Yeah. It's the day off of school. Maybe they don't think anybody's going to be down. So I got to put everything else in perspective. But it's really like,
damn. Like, yeah.
That's why I had to go get Miss Jessica from the up. I had to get, because the lady, how it went was I called. And the lady like, oh, somebody else has to do that. So she transferred me over. That was really nice. I called the other lady, or she answered the phone or whatever. She like, what do you want? What can I do for you? This and that. She's like, didn't even answer.
Crazy.
Yeah, what do you want? So I'm like, the door unlocked to this place, this and that. So she like, all right, we're going to send somebody over there. And then hung up. Didn't even say bye. Yeah. So about 10 minutes go past, and I'm like,
did this
like, what's the confirmation? So I'm like, all right. So I had to go over there. I walked in the office and talked to Miss Jessica Nice because she's so nice. I was like, yeah, so the room I'm supposed to be using is locked. So she helped me out and get that done. But like,
it's like, yes.
The mindset I was in was like, somebody getting fired today.
Yeah.
Somebody's going. Somebody's like, that's how I be feeling, like somebody gotta pay, you know.
Yeah,
so I be having
agreed on God.
I be having to calm down,
like,
bro. I be
someone gotta feel this shit. Yeah,
it can't just be me.
It can't just be me.
But
wait, I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Do you, like, back to our original conversation, like, do you think there's been moments at USC where your values have been tested, and like, how have you been able to maintain it, or like, how have you been able to really stay true to yourself in those senses? I didn't really get to hear that from you.
Oh, okay. So it's really like, if y'all, you want to have a strong sense of self before you get anywhere that's super new. Yeah. Like, a lot of people going into college for the first year, that's when they feel like they losing themselves or they don't really know what's going on. They really start to hate themselves and stuff. That's because they didn't hydrate before they got to college. Yeah. So, first, when I got here, I had a strong sense of self.
That's good.
2, you got to keep an open mind. 3, you got to understand that not everybody knows you or your whole story. They don't they didn't watch your documentary before you fucking met them. So they only know what you show them. And if you only showed them a certain part of yourself, you can't get mad at them for being confused when another part of you comes out. So being able to take responsibility for my actions and who I painted myself as to these people, and then being open to change as well. It's like, you're not the most perfect person, and they for sure gonna see your flaws quicker than you are because they don't know you like that, so they can see your changes quicker. A lot of the people we end up growing up with at home and stuff, they be cool, but it's hard to get like real feedback from them because they didn't know you so long. So certain stuff that you doing just flying over their head because they know that's you, so they just brushing it off. Yeah. These new people, they don't really know you like that, but they've seen you in your best and maybe your worst time, so they gonna point out, if they a good friend, they gonna point out and say, Austin, it's not like you. Austin, you don't usually do that. What's going on? Austin, you gotta fix that. And I had to grow in a sense where it's like, I can't get mad that they want to help me. And then I gotta stop reading stuff in a voice where it's like they attacking me.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah, you can't take it personal. You got to be able to be like, all right, I know these people have it in their best interest to help me. They not against me. So let me hear them out and actually put into action what they talking about because they could be right.
They could be right.
And if they not right, okay, you could just go back to
doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but you got to at least give them the chance. You can't let everybody judge you and then be putting it into practice, but understand who you respect the most and who you know got good intentions, and then from there you can move. People around you can help you. So just staying open-minded and understand that I'm not the perfect person. Yeah. Understanding that when somebody calls something out, they might be right. You got to be okay with being wrong, even if it's about yourself. Yeah. And that's something I'm learning right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I hope that answered the question. Yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm trying to,
I feel like a lot of people don't learn that until later parts of their life, so it's good. I feel like college is a catalyst for that. And the people you hang out with really, really dictates that. Because, like, if you're hanging out with people who on some, like, it's whatever. We do this, we do this, we do this. Like, if they don't have that genuine understanding of you or that genuine care for you, like, everything, like, there's no transformation, there's no change. Like, I feel like this past year, like my sophomore year, I made friends with people who truly, truly care about me. Like, and really will tell me shit or be like, oh yeah, I noticed you do this, or I noticed you do this. Like, when people, like, when you have them long talks with people where they start telling you about what, like, I love hearing my, like, not even to say I love hearing about myself, but it's on some, like, I love hearing people's perspective of me because everybody got a different perspective of you, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing certain parts align or hearing certain parts, people say certain things, you're like, damn, I am this person. I feel like for me, like I struggle with really like appreciating who I am right now. Like seeing myself like, yeah, I know I'm kind. Yeah, I know like I be trying to help people out my way, da 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 da. But like also like the appreciation when people actually say that, or like on your birthday. I feel like my birthday is like the biggest day where I really hear what the fuck people think about me. Like where you get them like all my friends back home, like they'll send me a long ass paragraph. Like it's never on some like happy birthday. It's like happy birthday. This is why like I love you and appreciate you and why I want to celebrate you. Like they'll start pulling stuff like from years ago that you don't even think about, or like just characteristics where you're like, damn, I didn't even know. Like one of my friends was just saying like most of my friends always just say like I bring a unique perspective to the table. Like when I come somewhere, I like say something or like broaden somebody's horizon in that sense, or like open their mind up to something else. And like multiple of my friends have said that, and I'm like, dang, I didn't even know I did that. Like just starting to learn like little things about you that people appreciate that you just saw as like normal yourself, or like just a part of yourself. But when people appreciate those parts of you that you're not even recognizing as like big deals, or like going out of your way for this, it's just like, dang, like it makes me really, really understand like who I am to that person, and also who I am to myself, and like continuing to build off that. Yeah,
that was great. We're pulling up on an hour now, so we're gonna have to do a part 2.
Okay,
but do you have a quote of the day that you want to use
from the podcast, or just any quote?
Any quote, anything that comes to mind.
Other people's successes are not your losses.
Ooh, that was hard. But thank you for listening, and thank you for listening. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.